Ladies and gentlemen, episode 37, Wilder Wrestling Entertainment.
Was that a?
Yes. Yes. All right.
It
Okay.
finally happened.
All right, let's just start getting into some wrestling. Let's start off with Seth Rollins, the man of many mask, right?
The
So,
man of many faces.
oh man. All right, so what did you think about this like ninja?
Look, man, I'm a big
This is
Batman. I'm a big
Master of
Batman fan.
Illusions.
So, I mean, think about it, man. He's got like four really big angry people after him right now, and like I thought it was a really creative way. I know people are goofing on it. I thought it was a really creative way for him to, get in and out of the ring. Like, is it this guy? No. Is it that guy? No. There he is right there. Oh, it really wasn't him. Oh, he's behind you. It's like, and then you got the shuffle that they did. Man.
Why
All
wouldn't
right,
they
that
just
part was a
start?
little goofy.
Why wouldn't they just start attacking everyone until they find them? Instead of they were like this. What's going
Uh,
on?
Listen, we don't have A-listers in there as far as acting goes.
Oh man.
Um, I yeah, I don't know. I mean, are they going to jump in and start beating up 20 people? Like, what do you do there?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, that's what exactly what you do, right?
Yeah.
I mean, it's
I'm
man.
disappointed Seth didn't actually get to say anything.
Yeah.
I know they're building that, but it would have been cool to
I
hear
see.
from Seth.
I see as far as in when they were like writing this out, like, oh, this is gonna be awesome. This is gonna be fantastic. It's gonna be so cool. But then when they just presented it and like when it happened, it was kind of cheesy. I mean,
Sounded better
yeah,
it's wrestling. I don't want to hear about cheesy. Like
I
wrestling is
know,
supposed to be
I
cheesy.
know, but this was a little over the edge, just because how everyone acted. What's going on?
All right,
Uh,
they didn't sell it the best, but the idea is there, right?
hey,
This isn't the League of Shadows,
the
They're
important thing is we're building up with a Seth Rollins versus Logan Paul, I would assume, right? No one else is left. I mean, you would dare waste,
nobody else is healthy.
yeah, right? Do you think at this point, like, they need to start adding more people to the vision if they want to keep this
No,
idea alive? No?
I
You
think
just
they just need to shut it down.
really, right?
hmm
Kind of like what
I
Eric
think,
Bischoff did with NWO when they came back to WWE.
yeah, it was like, just slowly start to kind of just fade it off and like make it more about one person, which at this point is probably going to be Logan Paul.
I mean,
Um,
do you or anyone else remember that when like they NWO comes, right? It's Kevin
mhm.
Nash, Hogan, and Scott Hall. Scott Hall gets he doesn't last in WWE, and then Hogan turns face, and then it's Kevin
hmm
Nash, and then they get like Shawn Michaels, Big Show. I don't remember who else. I remember like Booker T really wanted to be in it, but then Eric Bischoff comes to WWE. He goes, "Yeah, been there, done that," and he keeps canceled it, and it was that was
Well, I
it.
mean, they were kind of getting Nash to kind of relive his old Diesel days.
Yeah, but
So yeah,
that was
and they
after.
wanted Hogan. They wanted Hogan to go back to the red and yellow.
People
So
were cheering for him. So
I understand. Yeah,
well,
it's. I mean, it was a not a great way to end the greatest faction of all time, but in my opinion, it died out in '99 anyway. You
do
know.
they do the same thing with Vision, but maybe not as blunt? Like, okay, there's kind of like, okay, these guys are separate, or
I think Heyman eventually finds a way to slip out of the picture, and maybe Logan Paul and Austin Theory hang out a little longer. Um, but I don't know. I mean, we probably got Brock coming up on doing his retirement stuff, so Paul might just, align himself with Brock for a little bit. Maybe something gets going whenever Braun Breaker and, Bronson get back. Um, so I don't know. It just seems like what's the point at this point? You know what I mean? Like it was already a pivot off of Seth when he got injured, and then it was a pivot off of Braun whenever he got injured. And now like they had Bronson who wasn't going to work out as a leader anyway because he just doesn't have that kind of charisma. He's not that kind of actor. But he got injured too. And then you're down to Logan Paul who honestly didn't even need to be a part of the vision. He had his own thing going. The only one that really needed it was Austin Theory, and I mean, God, that's the one I probably feel the worst for because, he finally got this push and like, the A plus faction, and getting screen time and stuff where he didn't have to be a big like mouthpiece. He didn't have to talk. He just had to go out there and be a part of the group. It was a great way to get him back on the roster and, kind of get a reset. But what do you do now? Like Heyman's not going to do another Rybacksel, like he's going to go on to the bigger and better stuff. I understand he's probably got to be linked in just because of the Rollins, involvement now.
Yeah.
So I don't know, but I just think they need to pull the plug on it. Just pivot.
Okay. All right. So Randy's saying pull the plug on the vision. The rest in peace, right?
Yeah,
Um, I thought maybe they could go for the tag team champions, but tag team championship belts. But let's talk about the Usos, right? So
yeah.
CM Punk said, "I'm gonna bury you with your father." We talked about that in the last episode. Usos didn't like that, right? So they come out and Jay Uso, man, I don't know, man. He was act. How did you feel about the way he was acting? Like, like
Like
almost like
he
going back
reverted
and
back to
forth.
2020.
Yeah, right. A lot of
Like
people
this
are,
was like COVID era, Jay.
yeah, and a lot of people are kind of saying, man, did they push the wrong Uso? Because Jimmy Uso was, I
Big
don't,
Jim, he's got some drama in him.
yeah, he
Yeah.
he's good, man. He's good on the mic. A lot of people forget about that, right? It's because,
Well, like he got very much overshadowed whenever the bloodline, kind of split, and he hurt his ankle at that War Games. That kind of took him out of the light. But Jim had some good moments in the Bloodline saga too, like
yeah,
whenever Roman was first going psycho on Jay, and he had that moment in the ring where he goes, "What are you doing, man? That's Joshua over there. Like, what are you doing, Oos?" And then all the other stuff whenever he turned on Roman, telling Jay, "I'm going to do what you should have did a long time ago." Like Jim's got it. Jim's got some acting chops in there. Um,
do we see the bloodline forming again?
if so, it'd be temporary. I don't see it being a drawn out. It depends on if Roman walks away with the belt, I guess.
I mean, come on now. Our tribal chief's taking that belt, right?
I
Well,
don't know, man. They seem to be getting really cozy with Punk.
Punk
Um,
Punk fills seats. Punk's there
he
every
does
every Monday, right?
absolutely, and I mean, I think they're done filming Street Fighter. So maybe Roman comes back a little more full time. I don't know. I don't know if he has that in him. I don't know if he's still dealing with the leukemia stuff and he just physically can't make all the dates. Sometimes those things are hard on travel, like air travel and stuff. Like you can't get into airplanes whenever you're on certain medications, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I don't know. That one's up in the air to me, believe it or not.
Okay. Well, it was cool. Like the Usos actually attacked CM Punk. I thought it was just kind of in like a face to face.
I didn't. The actual like face to face and everything. Like they insult or Punk insulted Roman. He didn't insult Sika.
That's the
He
bloodline.
didn't.
That's the bloodline. How dare
But
you?
he didn't say anything bad about Sika. He just like mentioned that the guy was dead.
Randy,
Is that an insult now?
what if someone insulted Bill? I mean,
I
you
knew you
wouldn't
were
be
about to say this.
you wouldn't be upset, right? Bill, right? And for
But I
those who
mean,
don't know,
like
Bill is just Randy's. He's just role model, man. He's my role model. He's everyone's role model. So, but I don't know. I thought that was just kind of cool because the Usos and CM Punk have been friends since CM Punk's come back, but now you got this little
when's The
feud.
Rock going to come out and slap him for saying something?
Yeah, right. That would be really cool. I mean, he needs to
Hmm.
come. I mean, say what you want to say for The Rock, but people get excited when that man comes back.
They do, and you got to think. I've heard that the even the Cody thing was a pivot because ticket sales. Like Roman or the thought of Drew McIntyre versus Randy Orton just wasn't selling tickets. So I've heard that might have been a late game pivot. It might be the same thing on the other side. It could be you know the crowd isn't excited for whatever reason for Punk versus Roman alone. So of course they have to go reach in the bag and get old Dewey involved again.
Yeah, maybe, maybe not. We'll see.
Yeah.
Let's get into SmackDown, right? So Let's talk about Danhausen, right? So he's been on Raw, he's been on SmackDown, he's been everywhere. He's really funny. Miz finally got cursed, right?
He did.
Yeah, he finally
He
got
officially
cursed.
got cursed.
Poor Miz. He's been through enough. Danhausen, leave
And
Miz alone, please.
apparently that gets you beat up by Jelly Roll.
I actually wanted to talk about Jelly Roll because I love that man. But
Good, I'll let you talk about him.
why was he there? I mean,
They sure
I
do a lot of shows the same place that Jelly Roll is performing is all I can say.
yeah, it's
Cause
they're following him. So I like what they're doing with Danhausen. He's cool. He's funny. He's that comical background. I guess he does come out during like commercial segments and do things like throw shirts
yeah,
out.
yeah, I guess they had a weird segment where like it didn't get aired, but it was like a dark TV moment, you know what I mean?
Hmm.
Like it wasn't supposed to be filmed, but somehow it was. I don't know. It was weird. But people were like, "What? I missed Danhausen coming out." It's like, "Come on, man. You missed him coming out pushing merch. Like it wasn't like a segment."
Yeah. Drew McIntyre quitting. I loved it.
Yeah, he quits every 3 months or so.
Well, I honestly thought, because he's making a movie, right? He's in the new
Yeah.
Highlander, right? So that makes sense. I'm like, oh man, this is how they're gonna write him off. But I was like, wow, Drew McIntyre fills some seats. They're gonna do this before Mania, but you never know, right? And
Yeah.
so then we get Trick Williams versus Jacob Fatu, which I was super excited. That could have been the main event, right? Well, in theory, that was kind of the main event, right? Main event
Yeah, it was.
match. So I was like, man, these two guys are phenomenal, top-notch guys. I was like, how are they going to put one of these guys over another, right? Because you're
Mm-hmm.
thinking Drew McIntyre is quit. He's gone. We didn't see him. And then our boy comes out and gives old Jacob Fatu the kick, right?
Gives him the business.
Yeah, right. And I love it. Trick Williams gets the pin. It just works out. And now we're setting up Drew McIntyre versus Jacob Fatu at Mania, which,
Sounds like it, yeah.
yeah, I'm super excited for that. That's going to be a great
Hard to
match.
do that when you don't work there anymore, but you know.
Hey, you know what? He never put that 2 week notice officially in, right?
Yeah, right.
So that's cool, man. I'm excited about that. I mean, I was a little bummed seeing Drew lose the WWE belt, but now what happened on SmackDown, which we're about to talk about, now it just got very more interesting, right? So,
Yeah, I mean, we saw Drew with the belt now, and the character difference isn't too different. You know what I mean? Like he still was doing the same stuff. It's like it's all. But what my point is, I don't think Drew needs the belt to be Drew McIntyre.
mm-mm,
You know,
I
so
agree.
it works out.
All right, so Cody Rhodes, Randy Orton contract
Mm,
signing for the
mm.
night one main event. Wow. So they come out, they talk about their days, and then what is Randy? I'll let you lead it because your name's Randy, his name's Randy. What does Randy do?
Man, there was so much for it. Like whenever I was watching the segment, I knew, and you know, it's one of the, you can do your Randy impersonation again. But you know, I told you, not that Randy, this Randy.
Oh, yes. Hey, what's gonna happen is Randy Orton, he's gonna turn heel and he's gonna beat up Cody.
Well, somebody didn't believe that you just couldn't have two baby faces. You know, you thought Randy and Cody were just going to get in the ring and shake hands and have a
Oh, hold
good
on.
little match with each other.
Steven, you don't understand. You can't have
Oh, we're setting this up.
two faces going against each other. We gotta have a heel in this. Someone's turning heel, and it's going to be Randy. Oh man, I can't wait to edit that to make my
I know.
your face over.
I like how I like how you sewed that sound clip in.
Yeah, right. So
Now I'm on to you.
it was really cool though, man. Like just the way it happened, and
Yeah,
dude, I mean, I like the moves that they did to him, he
yeah,
slams them, kicks him in the nuts, which that'll bring any man down, right? And then
yeah.
throws him out, and then dude, that chair shot against the with his head against the
Just like
stairs.
straight on like this. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like chair coming down. Golly.
And I like
I
no
mean,
one no one's stopping him. Why was Jelly Roll out there again though? And he pushed Jelly Roll too, right? Come on, Randy. What are
because
you
they're
doing?
friends.
We're we're
Hey, we're
buddies.
cool. What are you doing?
I was gonna do your next intro.
I was gonna rub your shoulders.
What?
he
Oh my God.
he
So, and he pushes poor Jelly Roll. Doesn't he know Jelly Roll is not a trained wrestler? He can't be pushing Jelly Roll like this. That surface is hard.
you know what? If it wasn't for Ozempic, that probably wouldn't have pushed him down. That's all I'm
No,
saying.
no, man. So as your background gets in, I love how they end it. He gets in, he puts the
Oh
belt around
man,
his waist,
what a shot, right?
dude. And
That's
Randy,
gonna be iconic.
yes, and you and I have said it before. Randy Orton, easily one of the top heels of all time in pro
Oh my
wrestling.
God. Absolutely. '09 Orton is probably, I mean, next to like Hollywood Hogan. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know.
I
There's
would
just something about the dude. He's just so much better as a heel.
I would say Randy Orton's a bigger heel than Hollywood Hogan. Hollywood Hogan was kind of
Mm,
comical. I mean, dude, he was punting like men and women. Hogan never put his
yeah,
hands in any woman. You know what I mean? Dude,
that's true. I
heel
don't even think
Orton
he
did
got his hands on Lenny Lane.
Lenny Lane. A lot of people are like, "Who's Lenny Lane?" No,
Yeah, Lenny.
I'll show a picture of this man on the podcast. So,
Yeah, I'm sure.
yeah.
Um, yeah, I mean, there was so much foreshadowing after going back and watching it, like knowing what was about to happen. And I love it because it actually like there's so much. Yeah, it's the online community, that's the way they are. But they're always like, this just felt so forced and so random. It's like, no, man.
Are you talking
I'm
about
pretty sh
Kenny? You're talking about Kenny right now, aren't you? Kenny, he's
Not just
talking
Kenny,
about you.
not just Kenny. Sorry, I got a spider crawling down. I'm trying to help him out there. Um,
I
yeah,
didn't see it coming. I didn't see it coming.
you didn't,
No.
man.
Mm-mm. I thought you were wrong again.
I know, but there were so many tells, and it goes like, first of all, like Aleister Black being in the background playing Karrion Cross, uh, where he's like telling Randy like and Sammy, there was a segment where he slides up next to Sammy and he's like, it's just the nature of the beast when they were talking about how, Randy gets whenever he's going after a championship. Randy said it to Sammy himself when he says you got to be selfish sometimes. When in the ring, Cody's like Cody's just leaning too hard into it. And one thing I noticed too is he took his jacket off and threw it into the crowd when he was walking out. I don't know if that was just for he didn't want to get it messed up, which doesn't make sense if he's just going to give it away anyway. But anyway, there's just so many things. And whenever Cody won the belt, before. It might have been whenever he got it back from Cena. Randy Orton came up to him and told him, he goes, eventually, Cody, there's going to be a time when I want to go after number 15.
Yes.
And, and Randy even said it. Cody kept cutting him off whenever he was trying to get it out. And Randy was saying, like, hey, man, you don't understand. Like, this was supposed to be easy. Like, Drew was supposed to be sitting right there, not you. And then, as soon as he was dealing with it, he was, showing the emotion like, man, I know what's going to happen. As soon as I put my name on that contract and it's official, he's like, I've got to go into another mode. And I did not want it to be Cody that I had to do it against. And that's exactly what happened. They were talking, and everything. And Cody, keeps riling him up, kind of selling the match. And as soon as Randy signed his name, turns around, bam,
Yeah.
smacks his head in the table.
I love it because this segment just made night one's main event very exciting.
It went from like we felt like Punk and Roman were cooking, and like we were
Yes.
wondering what SmackDown was. Dude, I'm way more pumped for Randy Orton versus Cody now.
I think they're going to both be great events, man. I'm
Yeah,
super stoked for
not
them.
I'm not taking away from it. Yeah, you're
Yeah, I
absolutely
know.
right.
I know you
They're
weren't.
both
So,
going to be great. But it's like I just got way more excited for the WWE Championship match.
yes, Mania is going to be great.
And
And when
honestly,
it,
I want Randy to get 15.
oh,
I want
absolutely.
to I want to see him go on bald-headed Randy's run from '09. You know what I mean? Like I want to see him be a freaking menace, like doing anything it takes to keep the belt.
He's one of the greatest. I mean, can we do this one more time? Hold on. J-Lo, can you do this for us one more time? So, man, I'm excited. This is going to be awesome. SmackDown continues to be such a great show, man. I wish I could watch
Hmm.
it live, but um, this is great. I can't wait. I'm super excited for Mania just because of this, man. They ended it really
Hmm.
well.
Yeah,
And
there's a Cody Rhodes said on Chris Van Vliet podcast, The Sit Down, he says he believes that this Mania belt, he's going to say that anyway, but I truly think like bell to bell, he's like this is going to be one of the greatest ones ever. He's like we just got so many good ideas going into this, you know, and so much talent. He's like he's really confident.
Long as we don't see Seth Rollins do that thing he did on Monday Night Raw again, man. Whoa, what? Where'd he go?
They all need to start talking with voice boxes. You know what I mean?
Oh,
Like giving an interview and everybody's just answering. Like
that'd
everybody
be a
takes a
great
turn answering
idea.
a question.
Oh man. So
Or we could just
let's
have the big man shuffle, where he's like
oh God, please don't ever do that
like a
again.
mosh pit.
All right, let's cut it out there. And this is going to be episode 37. Randy, thank you. Everyone, thank you very much for watching. Remember, thumbs up. We appreciate everything. Appreciate, all of our buddies just kind of give us comments about this. So thank you very much for taking your
Yeah.
time to watch me and Randy ramble about some wrestling. So, all right, everyone, y'all have a good one. Randy, have a good one. See y'all.